Hello friends. So after so many days, we start a new new animal. In the previous video lectures, we completed the earthworm, and now we start or we move towards the a new or well-developed animal called frog or Rana tigrina. Okay, now Rana tigrina is the animal of class Amphibia phylum Chordata. Means amphibia means they can survive on the land and they can survive on the water both. Okay, so they can survive on the water, land and water, but पानी के अंदर रहना is the necessary for the reproduction. That's why they survive in the both water and terrestrial habitat both. Okay, now if you see, they are for tetrapods, means they have the two appendages, the upper limbs and lower limbs. Okay, now the body surface have the different chromatophores. They produce a different color, so they can camouflage with their background, and they protect themselves their self from the enemies, because they camouflage in their they have different coloration and they have the camouflage to वो अपने बैकग्राउंड के साथ मैच हो जाते हैं, इमर्ज हो जाता है. दैट्स व्हाई द एनिमीज कांट आइडेंटिफाई देम एंड दे कैन सर्वाइव और दे कैन सेव देयर लाइफ. ओके, नाउ so second thing, कि the amphibia or rather frog is the poikilothermic or cold-blooded animals. Means poikilothermic or cold-blooded means they can't maintain their body temperature. Okay, the body temperature become fluctuated according to the environment. Means जैसे ही environment अलग अलग होता है, body टेम्परेचर है वो फ्लक्चुएट होता है. मीन्स विंटर में बॉडी टेम्परेचर कम हो जाता है एंड समर में बॉडी टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज हो जाता है. सो दिस इज दी दिस कंडीशन इज कॉल्ड poikilothermic. They can't maintain their body temperature. Okay, now second thing, so how they can survive in the winter and how they can survive in summer. So in the winter they entered into the hibernation. They entered into the hibernation process. Means they slow their metabolic processes, they slow their heartbeat, they slow their respiration process, their breathing, and they undergo into the cool and calm places, and they hibernate themselves. Okay, in the winter. And same situation in the summer, they goes to the estivation process. Means वो estivation में जाते हैं समर में और hibernation में जाते हैं winter के अंदर. Okay, so this is the phenomena which is a very typical phenomena which you can observe in fishes, then amphibians and reptiles. इन सभी में आपको hibernation and estivation मिलता है. Okay, so birds and aves, as you know, कि birds means aves and mammals both are the warm-blooded animals, so they can survive in the winter and summer easily. Okay, now we can see the morphology of a frog. Now morphology. If you see the frog, the body is divided into main two parts. First is the head region, second is trunk region. So head and trunk means the neck is absent and tail is absent. So neck and tail are absent in the frog. The head region and the trunk regions are clearly observed. Okay, second thing, into the head region, there is the eyes are there. So in the eyes there is the well-developed eye, and the nictitine membrane present above the eye layer. eye के ऊपर एक nictitine membrane होता है. Okay, which protect the eye. Second thing, behind the eye there is the tympanic membrane is present, which is the sound receptors or sound receivers. So tympanic membrane is there. With the help of this tympanic membrane and eyes are sensory organs. So eyes can see the visual pictures and all, and the tympanic membrane receive the sound vibrations, and then they give the message to the brain कि ये कुछ सुनाई दे रहा है. Okay, then below the eyes, behind the eyes, tympanic membrane, below the eyes, there is the external nostril is there. With the help of this external nostril, they can respire, they can take a breathe from the atmospheric air. Okay, so these are the external morphology or the parts of head region. Second thing, the mouth are there. So mouth is there, and in the trunk region there is the skin. Skin is moist, glandular, and thin. Skin is moist, glandular, and thin because some cutaneous respiration is also there, so they can respire through their skin surface, and the gaseous exchange is also occurs in the skin. So this is the phenomena or unique phenomena of amphibia. Unique to nahi keh sakte, but it is the respiration process. Now next, in the trunk region there is the different chromatophores are there in the skin. Okay, जो मैंने पहले ही बोला है, camouflage के अंदर, coloration के अंदर जो है. Second thing कि there is the sexual dimorphism is there in the male frog and female frog. So if you see the clear distinction in the appendages, in the male frog there is the copulatory disc or copulatory padule like structure. Copulatory pad होता है in the anterior limbs की जो fingers हैं, anterior limbs की जो fingers है, digits है, उनके अंदर copulatory pad होता है to hold the female during copulation or coitus. Okay, so second thing कि there is the second sexual dimorphism is there कि male have or male possesses vocal sac. Okay, male के अंदर vocal sac है to produce the sound, and female receive the sound during the breeding season. Okay, so it's called courtship behavior, one type of courtship behavior to attract the female. Okay, female को attract करने के लिए male produces the sound and with the help of vocal sac. So male possesses vocal sac, female not. Okay, female के पास vocal sac नहीं है, vocal sac is absent. Now we see the different anatomy of frog. Okay, now different anatomy. The first thing is the digestive system. Okay, now frog have the similar characteristic somewhat resemble to mammals, like digestive tract, excretory system, nervous system, reproductive system, circulatory system. It is almost resemble to humans, or it is almost resemble to mammals, but there are some dissimilarities and there are some few new characteristic which is not present or which is not in the mammals. Okay, but it is present in amphibia, and some things are absent in amphibia, जैसे mammals में होता है, ऐसा amphibia में नहीं है. So we see and compare parallelly. We will see the anatomy of frog, and we compare this different digestive tract and different systems with the mammals and amphibians. Okay, we start from the digestive tract. Okay, so the digestion or digestive tract, the first one is digestive tract or digestion. Digestive tract or digestion. Now digestive tract is start from the mouth, then buccal cavity, then pharynx, then esophagus, then stomach, then intestine, and rectum and anus. Okay, now what is the difference? This digestive tract is typical mammalian digestive tract. Now we see the amphibian. First of all, especially frog. Frog is the carnivorous. Adult frog is carnivorous animal. That's why the intestine is short. Intestine की जो length है, it is short because it is the carnivorous animal. Second thing कि द क्लोएका इज प्रेजेंट. Now what is cloaca? Cloaca is the chamber कि जिसके अंदर 3 systems are open. The digestive tract is open into the cloaca, then excretory tract is open into cloaca, and reproductive tract is open into cloaca. So there is the cloacal chamber. So after the rectum, there is no anus. Our rectum opens into the cloaca, and cloaca से cloacal aperture होता है, cloacal pore होता है जो direct बॉडी के बाहर ओपन होता है. सो एनस तो नहीं है, लेकिन रेक्टम ओपन्स इनटू द क्लोएका. ओके, सो द डाइजेस्टिव ट्रैक्ट इज समवॉट mouth, then buccal cavity, then pharynx, then esophagus, then stomach, then short intestine, then rectum, then anus, rectum, then cloaca and cloacal aperture. Okay, this is the digestive tract. Now carnivorous animals है, so they eat the different insect, they eat the different insect and all. Okay, then the digestion is start from the stomach. Okay, no salivary gland in the mouth. Okay, so buccal cavity के अंदर, हाँ, buccal cavity के अंदर there are the heterodont type of teeth. There are the different type of teeth which hold the food, they will swing the food, and then food enters into the esophagus, pharynx, then esophagus and stomach. Stomach is muscular, like mammals. Stomach is muscular. They they move the food, then somewhat grinding the food, and then digest the food. In the stomach there is the HCl, then mucus and pepsin. Pepsin is there. First of all, it is secreted as a pepsinogen, then it active as a pepsin, and they digest the protein. HCl produces the acidic medium. Then फिर से कि after the stomach, the incomplete digested food, जिसको you can say chyme, just stomach chyme जिसको बोल सकते हैं, indigested food or incomplete digested food enters into the duodenum. You can say duodenum, or because intestine is short, there is no large intestine is there. So duodenum के अंदर hepatic duct, जो बाइल डक्ट होती है, हेपेटिक डक्ट उसके अंदर होगी, लीवर के अंदर. देन हेपेटिक डक्ट से वो लीवर के अंदर से बाइल डक्ट आएगी. फ्रॉम दी गोल ब्लैडर से बाइल डक्ट आती है. पेनक्रियास से पेनक्रेटिक डक्ट आती है. दोनों फ्यूज होके कॉमन बाइल पेनक्रेटिक डक्ट होती है जो ओपन होती है इन द डियोडिनम. एंड पेनक्रेटिक डक्ट है वो लाती है पेनक्रेटिक जूस, बाइल डक्ट लाती है बाइल जूस. बाइल जूस क्या करता है? बाइल जूस इमल्सिफिकेशन करता है. दे प्रोड्यूसेस दी अल्कलाइन मीडियम. इमल्सिफिकेशन में जो लिपिड है उसका फिजिकल डाइजेशन होता है. जो लार्ज ड्रॉपलेट्स होते हैं उसको शॉर्ट ड्रॉपलेट्स में कन्वर्ट करता है वो. ओके, देन नेक्स्ट होता है protein digestion with the help of pancreatic juice, trypsin, chymotrypsin, carboxypeptidase, and these are the enzymes for protein. Then फिर से intestinal amylase होता है, then lipase होता है जो degrade करता है food को. And then then the digested food is absorbed by intestinal wall with the help of microvilli, which is lined in the intestine. Okay, then microvilli absorb this food, and the undigested food is then goes into the rectum, and rectum में water absorb होता है जो भी water होगा. And then cloaca and cloaca to cloacal aperture, and then undigested food removed from the body. So this is the digestive tract, okay, which is almost resemble to humans or mammals, but जो भी changes थे वो मैंने आपको बता दिए. There is no salivary gland, large intestine is absent, intestine is short, etc. Okay, now the next is respiration. Now respiration and circulation both are interconnected. That's why I am taking the respiration then circulation or circulatory system. So सबसे पहले respiration. In the frog, the first stage is larval stage. So in the larval stage there are the gills or external gills are present, but in the tadpoles or in the frog there is the gills are present, and with the help of these gills they respire, they take the dissolved oxygen from the water. But after the maturation, means when they become mature, they become adult, okay, so they can respire with the help of three different organs. First, they can respire through a skin. It's called cutaneous respiration, जो मैंने अभी आपको बताया कि they respire through a skin. It's called cutaneous respiration. Now, after the cutaneous respiration, so cutaneous respiration के बाद the gaseous exchanges also take place in the skin, because skin is vascular, so it is easy to transport the oxygen and CO2. Second thing कि through lungs. Lungs is the respiratory organ कि जहाँ पे they uptake the breathe and they take the oxygen and the gaseous exchanges happen there. And the third organ is buccal cavity. So the lining of buccal cavity, which is thin and vascular, so they open their mouth and they the gaseous exchange takes place in the buccal cavity. So buccal cavity is also buccopharyngeal respiration जिसको बोल सकते हैं. Buccal cavity is also helpful in the respiration process. Okay, so buccal cavity or buccopharyngeal respiration, cutaneous respiration, and pulmonary respiration. There are three types of respiration: buccopharyngeal respiration, cutaneous respiration, which is done by skin, and last one is pulmonary respiration, which is done by lungs. Okay, second thing, frog doesn't drink water. Why? Because the water is absorbed by their skin. So frog पानी नहीं पीते, they absorb the water from skin. Okay, now next, this oxygenated blood from the lungs, it goes to the heart. Okay, now heart is three chambered with two auricle and one ventricle only. So there is the three chamber heart and two auricle. In the one auricle the deoxygenated blood is there. In the other means right auricle के अंदर deoxygenated blood आएगा, left auricle के अंदर ये जो lungs से आया है वो oxygenated blood आएगा. Then they go to the ventricle, and in the ventricle the both blood will mixed, because there is no separation in the ventricle. So the three chamber heart is there. That's why the whole oxygenated and deoxygenated both blood will mixed together, and this mixed blood flows to the organs or the different organs of body. ये जो mixed blood है वो पूरे body में it circulates throughout the body. Okay, now एक यूनिक बात जो मैमेलियन हार्ट में नहीं है और इसमें है कि एक तो थ्री चैम्बर है, फोर चैम्बर वो अलग है, बट before the deoxygenated blood enter into the right ventricle में enter होने से right auricle में enter होने से पहले प्री वेना कावा एंड पोस्ट वेना कावा आती है मैमेलियन हार्ट में. प्री वेना कावा एंड पोस्ट वेना कावा दे opens into the right ventricle, but यहाँ पे थोड़ा चेंज है. प्री वेना कावा एंड पोस्ट वेना कावा both are the major veins. They open into a cavity like structure जिसको बोलते हैं sinus venosus, जिसको बोलते हैं sinus venosus. They open into the sinus venosus. It is a cavity, and they both pre vena cava and post vena cava, they are the major vein. They are वो आती है from the organs, and they opens into the sinus venosus, and then sinus venosus opens into the right auricle. साइनस वेनोसस ओपन होता है राइट ऑरिकल में, और जो प्री वेना कावा एंड पोस्ट वेना कावा वो डीऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड लेके आती है साइनस वेनोसस में. ओके, सो दिस इज द डिफरेंस और दिस इज द यूनिक पार्ट ऑफ एम्फीबियन हार्ट और अदर फ्रॉग हार्ट, कि उसमें साइनस वेनोसस प्रेजेंट है जो पहले पूरे बॉडी का ब्लड कलेक्ट करता है, देन दे एंटर इनटू द ऑरिकल, राइट ऑरिकल. ओके, नाउ आर्टरियल सिस्टम के बारे में बात करते हैं कि जो मिक्स ब्लड वेंट्रिकल से निकला वो तीन मेजर आर्टरीज हैं जो आपको याद रखनी है. एक है कैरोटिड आर्टरी विच एंटर इनटू द हेड रीजन, देन सेकेंड है पल्मोनरी आर्टरी जो जाती है हार्ट में डीऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड लेके फॉर द ऑक्सीजनेशन ऑफ ब्लड। एंड थर्ड वन इज सिस्टेमिक आर्टरी, सिस्टेमिक आर्क जो हार्ट शेप बनाती है, यहाँ से हार्ट शेप आपको मतलब हार्ट शेप का नहीं है, एज यू नो कि ये इफ दिस इज द हार्ट देन हार्ट से ये सिस्टेमिक आर्क है वो यहाँ निकलती है और ऐसे पूरे बॉडी के अंदर वो ब्लड सप्लाई करती है। ओके, लाइक दिस। सो सिस्टेमिक आर्क इज दैट। ओके, नाउ ये पूरे बॉडी में ब्लड जाता है विद द हेल्प ऑफ सिस्टेमिक आर्क, then carotid arc and pulmonary arc and systemic arc fuse together dorsal side and form a dorsal aorta। ये आपको याद रखना है कि both the systemic arc fuse together and form a dorsal aorta on the dorsal side of the body। Now we talk about the venous system, means portal system जो एक यूनिक चीज है जो मैमलियन में भी है, लेकिन ये यहाँ पे जो एक एक्स्ट्रा है कि जो भी डीऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड फ्रॉम द ऑर्गन आता है वो डीऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड सीधे हार्ट में जाने से पहले दे डाइवर्ट एट द लीवर और द किडनी। ओके, वो या तो लीवर में जाता है या तो किडनी में जाता है एंड देन दे एंटर इनटू द हार्ट। सो वो फॉर प्योरिफिकेशन वो ब्लड जाता है, इसको बोलते हैं पोर्टल सिस्टम, हिपेटिक पोर्टल सिस्टम एंड रीनल पोर्टल सिस्टम। If the blood goes to the blood goes to the kidney and then heart, it's called renal portal system. And if blood goes to the liver and then heart, it's called hepatic portal system. So in the mammals, there is the only hepatic portal system is there. No renal portal system present in mammal. Means हमारे अंदर hepatic portal system ही है सिर्फ, लेकिन एम्फीबिया के अंदर दोनों पोर्टल सिस्टम्स प्रेजेंट है, hepatic portal system and renal portal system. Both portal systems are present in the amphibian circulatory system. Now we talk about the blood. So blood is almost similar, RBC and WBC, but the dissimilarities is there कि RBCs are nucleated in amphibia. RBCs are nucleated means there is a nucleus present. So what about the hemoglobin? So hemoglobin present in blood plasma, or rather dissolved in blood plasma. So hemoglobin is present in blood plasma and RBCs are nucleated. Okay, so and white blood cells are lymphocytes, monocytes are there. So the blood components are almost same. So this is all about the circulatory system, then respiration and digestion, and general anatomy of frog. Now the second anatomy related to excretory system, reproductive system and brain and nervous system वो हम next video lecture में देखेंगे. So आज के लिए यहाँ तक रखता हूँ. Okay, bye.